Hello everyone, Mr. Stevens here with a video on all the other types of income that we haven't covered yet that we need to talk about. And there are three main types of income that are still remaining for us to talk about. The first two work kind of similarly, commission and royalty. They are going to be based on percentages. We've already looked a little bit at finding percentages. Then we're going to talk about piecework, which is pay based on the number of units of work. And the last thing is we'll briefly look at income from the government. All right, let's talk about a couple of these different kinds of ways to get paid. Commission, I think you should be familiar with commission. It's basically pay based on a percentage of goods sold. So this is a fairly common way to pay anyone working in sales, like selling cars, selling real estate, particularly items that have a lot of intrinsic value. A real estate agent might earn 1 to 2% of the value of the homes they sell, something like that. Piecework is pay per unit of work. A typical example of this might be something like making clothes. You're paid per number of shirts that you make, or you're in a factory assembling toys, assembling electronics. You're paid per item you assemble. Another type of work that could fall under piecework is some kinds of trades that are maybe paid per square meter. You might be a painter paid per square meter of wall that you paint, or a tiler paid per square meter of tile that you lay, something like that as well. And royalties is payment of a percentage of earnings from intellectual property. Oh, I can't spell. So what we mean here is, for instance, a musician might get paid a certain percentage of any earnings that their song brings in, where an author might get paid a percentage of all the earnings from their book. All right, let's just jump into some calculations. These percentage calculations should be a piece of cake for us by now. If we want to find 1.25% of 650,000, all we have to do is 1.25% if we're using the percent button on our calculator, or remember the way I prefer to put it in our calculator is like this, as a decimal, times 650,000. And if we put this into our calculator, it comes to $8,125. And remember, we like to get in the habit of answering in words. All right, now, when you're doing commission questions, you might sometimes get something like this, where they're paid a flat rate, but then they're also paid a commission on top of that. So this person is paid 4% commission on sales over $5,000. And if he sells $6,800, we need to work out exactly how much of that is over 5,000. That's a simple matter of taking away 5,000 from his total sales. That should be an equal sign. So the sales over $5,000 are $1,800. Now his commission is 4% of 1,800, which remember is like this in our calculator. And that's going to come out to $72.50. And if we now add this number to sorry, that was $72, not $72.50. If we add that number to his flat rate of pay, his total pay is going to be $642.50. And then again, earnings were $642.50. All right, piecework. This is something that I mentioned back at the start. A tiler is paid $47 per square meter to lay tiles. How much will he earn for laying tiles in a room where the area is 14 square meters? That's a simple calculation. We've done some like it several times before. He's paid $47 for 1 square meter. So to find out what he's paid for 14 square meters, we just need 14 times his 1 meter payment. Hopefully you could see that. I kind of took a long-winded way to get there. But it's as simple as 47 times 14. You put that in your calculator and it's $658. Noah earns $658. Right, royalties are another percentage calculation. So if he sells 2,480 books at $678.50 each, we need to know 12% of the total earnings of the books, which is times $67.50. Remember, when we want to find 12% of something, we put that as a decimal, we times it by. You put all that in your calculator and it comes out to 20,088. Hiroshi earns $20,088. Alright, this is the last thing we kind of need to throw in there. It's in your syllabus, but it's rare that this is something that you're going to have to do yourself. It's quite likely that some of you will be on youth allowance after you leave school and are studying at TAFE University, or even an apprenticeship. But you will never have to calculate this yourself. You just apply to Centrelink and they tell you what you're eligible for. But it's in your syllabus that you guys have to look at this, so we're going to look at it here. There are a bunch of different conditions here for different amounts of money that you get paid. Our friend in the question, Ryan, is over 18 and living at home while studying. So we need to find the appropriate row in the table. Over 18 and at home. So he gets paid $233.90 a fortnight. And we're asked how much does he earn in a year. Remember, if he's paid per fortnight, and we want to know the yearly payment, we have to times by the number of fortnights in a year. We put that in our calculator and it comes out to $6,081.40. Ryan receives $6,081 8140. Right, those were kind of a lot of different ways, a lot of different calculations that we looked at there, but I think they're all pretty straightforward. So the exercises you're going to be doing to practice all of that stuff go over a couple of exercises. 2D, this is commission and royalties, and then, commission, that's only commission, and then piecework, royalties, and government income are this one. So you guys can go ahead and get started on all that. Thank you.